Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Modified Mondays, the show where we give you an inside look at an iRacing season. So this was Easter weekend, ended up hanging out with the fam at a buffet. They had some nice little hotel buffet, and then we all took our Sunday best and went over to the go-kart track across the street, and me and 6 of my cousins and uncles and my dad all jumped in some go-karts and did our best to pass each other. Had a lot of fun there, trying to get by my younger cousins. And I told my dad at the beginning of the race I was going to pass him in 2 minutes, but he held his own. I ended up giving a little bit of a bump at the end of the race, but it was the final lap, so I couldn't get by him. But it was a whole lot of fun. The cars go like 35 miles an hour, uphill, downhill. So yeah, it was a blast. I actually went there on Friday with the wife and did some racing as well. I had a good time. There was a beach ball that was thrown onto the track from the bar that's floor above. So I had to dodge that one. That was a little bit interesting. Thought I was going to have another little wreck. Not something I was expecting. Tuning the car this week was pretty easy. We did that over on our Tuning Tuesday show. You can check that if you haven't already. Thanks to everybody that came out and who's been given follows. We are on track to hit 100 followers. We just crossed the 51 mark, so if you haven't already, please jump over to my Facebook page. You'll find a link in the description below and help me get to 100 followers over there. Getting ready to join the Facebook Level Up program, so I just need to hit that 100-person mark. So if you know anyone that might be interested, be sure to send them over there as well. But this week we are racing at the Bullring in Las Vegas, so let's get into some racing. Coming into turn 1, we got the number 8 of Randall Phillips right next to us. We're going to try and push it down the inside here. Push it down low. Unfortunately, hitboxes touch. It's a really rough area to hit someone. I apologize to Randall for that one. The hitboxes in those two areas, whatever it is, are just a little bit bigger than what they actually are on the cars, so it looks like you can kind of squeeze it through there, but hit detection-wise you can't, and it causes a lot of wrecks. So apologies to Randall there. Here we have Michael and Zachary Mead going at it. Michael just pushing him out of the way. A few incident points there. And we're trying to hunt down the number 9 here. Throwing it down the inside. Solid clean pass. We have the 11 of Steve Belge getting hit by Tracy Jenkins in the number 10. And we're going to try and pass on the outside. Can't get it done. We're going to try and shoot for the inside. And maybe just a little too aggressive there. Michael getting caught up in that wreck, unfortunately. Sorry to Michael and sorry to Steve. Should have been a little more patient. Anthony Rice spinning and getting hit by the number 13. Little contact with Michael there as well. Here I have to slam on the brakes really hard. Make sure I don't hit Todd Labonte. This was Todd's first race. Here we have Michael Lordy getting chased down by Tracy Jenkins, and he hits that incident spot. Let's roll that back a minute, and I'm going to pause it just so you can see how there was no actual contact between the cars. See if I can pause it as it happens. So right there, the cars haven't even touched, but it's enough to spin Michael out. This is a really unfortunate one because this actually causes Michael to be disqualified from the race. Exceeded his incident points. But you don't actually even have to touch the cars in this to cause them to spin out. And here we are trying to chase down the number 7. Get ourselves up the track a little bit. And this car parked in the middle of the course. I think that was Randall Phillips again. We got another incident point, making some contact with him. Cut it a little too close. Here's Steve Belge again in the 11. Trying to get by the 7, and he whacks him on the side. Here's Zachary Mead getting into it with the number 5. I think the number 5's in like 2nd place or something, so that was a really unfortunate incident there. Then we have Taylor Webb. We're behind him trying to get a pass going. Gonna shoot it up the inside. Unfortunately, just couldn't get the power down fast enough, and we take a little ride on his hood. So that puts us at 16 of 17 incident points. So for the rest of the race, I am half throttling it, basically just trying to stay out of people's way. So that will do it. We finished in 7th place, started in 5th. Not the way we wanted to do it. Unfortunately, with the holiday, I was not able to do any more racing. So this is the race that's going to count for this week. Still like this track. Tracy Jenkins is going to win it in the number 10, followed by Jason Voigt there in the number 5. So yeah, that was a little bit of a wreck fest. Everyone seemed to have incident points except for, I think it was Patrick Moore in the number 12 car. He was the only person on the entire track that had 0 incident points. Everyone else was like 4, 8. We had a few that were disqualified. I was pretty close to being disqualified. If I had hit the back of Todd Labonte, I definitely would have been disqualified from the race. So I'm glad I used my brakes there. Not the outcome that I wanted, but you know, we'll take what we can get. I was a little aggressive in some of my dive bombs there, trying to get underneath some people. There was some hit detection stuff that we kind of nailed down in this this episode. Hopefully you guys saw that there in the footage. So we'll take what we learned from this. It's better to be safer than sorry, and apply that to next week's race at Five Flag Speedway. I really like Five Flag Speedway. You can see a link above to last season's race there. Yeah, it's a good track. Really, really fast. And I'm looking to see what we can do now that we know a little bit more about tuning. Check out our Tuning Tuesday show on Facebook. Jump on over there, and we will be doing that all live on Facebook. So if you have a car that you want tuned, be sure to jump over there and check to see what I'm doing with my tune, and maybe put some of that towards yours. You know, doing it because I know a lot of people struggle with tunes and say they don't have them. So whatever I can learn, I'm going to try and pass on out there to everybody else. I'll have the chat up as well, so you guys can leave any comments, suggestions. But yeah, come along for the ride as I learn just as much as you guys do, and maybe learn from you. That's what it's all about. So yeah, jump on over there, hit a follow. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel yet, be sure to hit the subscribe button here. We'll be doing Modified Mondays every Monday, Tuning Tuesdays every Tuesday, and yeah, a little bit of other videos in between. I still got to work on that icebreaker footage. I promise I'm going to get it. Work's just been a little crazy lately. We will get that footage to you shortly. But thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next week. Peace. Where you coming from?